hear the bumpers and the bells, chasing that multi-ball magic, the stories that it tells. From the classic wooden cabinets to the digital spells, every play's a new adventure. Breaks you from your shells, hanging out with Poe and Offgrid. Yeah, the show's about to start, talking pixels, flippers, and the tech that stole our heart. From the joystick to the headset, come on and play your part. Hanging out with Poe and Offgrid. A brand new world to start. Now we're strapping on the goggles, worlds are virtual and bright. Stepping into new dimensions, bathed in neon light. The future's here, it's crystal clear, and everything feels right. Connecting past and present.
Welcome to Hangin' Out. Let's do this.
The night.
Hey,
Okay.
we made it
We're here.
just in the nick of time. How's it going, Poe?
Pretty good. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. We both had to work today, but I think yours was a little more difficult than mine.
Well, I don't know. It's just when I got around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm like, holy crap. I just felt like, boom. Like, how am I going to do this? How am I staying up tonight? But then usually I come home and start feeling a little better. So,
Yeah, I probably right around lunchtime, I got up, and one of the young housekeepers, she's probably right around 20 years old or whatever. She saw me, I'm like stretching my back, and she's like, "Is your back hurt?" I'm like, "Yeah." And she goes, "Yeah, mine too." I said, "Yeah, but you're working and I'm just sitting on a chair." It's like, that's the difference between 20 and 57.
right.
But yeah, let's see. Should we say hello to the chat real quick before it gets farther than I can read?
Okay.
All right. Looks like Crispy was here first. Chris saying good evening, dudes.
Dudes.
Then Pierre.
Hello, Pierre. Pierre had a hilarious promo for the Bro Show. I saw there the other day.
I didn't get a chance to see that. I'll have to look for it. Polo.
Hey,
I did see Pierre did a stream that I wasn't expecting. I got to watch a little bit of gameplay. Was that this morning? He was playing Boulder Dash.
Oh, nice.
I caught just the end of it. Always tough at work, as you know. You got to find a time when you can watch as much as you can, and then just like Saturday on Mike's stream, usually about the time I start it and sit down, either the phone rings or customer comes in or the manager comes in or something.
Oh, and I told Mike he was away for too long because for some reason yesterday I'm thinking he starts at 3 o'clock. He starts at 3. Come 2:30 something, I see he's on. I'm like, oh crap. And he's like, no, I start at 2. Whoops. He didn't have my schedule.
Polo was asking Crispy if Arlene is Casey's daughter. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Crispy's explaining it. Yeah, I don't know about this guy jumped into the chat.
I think Casey won't be here, right? Isn't it? It's Robbie's birthday, I think he said today.
Oh, is it? I did not hear her. I didn't hear from him. Megan's here. MeganTron Plays. Or as Crispy likes to call her, Burger. Let's see. Retro Bliss Gaming. Phil. Sup, peeps?
Hey, Phil.
Let's see. Code Masur is here from Georgia, USA.
Hey, Code.
Everyone's saying hi to Code. Bliss is saying hi to Hollywood and Crispy. I'm guessing this has to do with the promo, huh? Pierre, is he Peter?
Yes.
I'll have to watch that. No spoilers.
Hilarious.
Maybe there's spoilers right in here. I don't know.
Yeah, think of it in the vein of the old promos on WWF in the 80s, you know, when Hulk Hogan would come out with Mean Gene and start talking smack about whoever he was going to wrestle.
Nice. Gideon's here. Gideon, good to see you again. It's been a while. Hey, finally catch the stream. Yes, good to see you once again. Poe, did you play pinball with us this weekend? Poe had to work today. He didn't play any pinball.
Yeah, I had to work. Yesterday was my only day off, and I finished up my videos. I did 2 videos. One of them I have set to be on noon Eastern Tuesday. I didn't want to have them too close together, so especially since I never know when there's going to be another one made.
Yeah, I feel bad because Derek's been working on that VPX thing with RetroBat, and I told him I'd help him out with some of this stuff, and man, him and Greg have been just going nuts with it, and I can't keep up. I thought it'd be like, okay, he'll work on something, send it, and then I can try it Friday afternoon or something. Then he'll send something I could try. Man, there were like 30 updates between him and Greg talking. I'm like, I can't keep up, dude. I'm gonna have to just look at it on Monday. But he's setting it up. It's pretty cool. It's a fairly quick and easy install for a one screen. People have a laptop or have a PC and they don't have a vertical screen. He's got it set up that you just set it up and run it. And he's going to have where you can, if we do VPX challenges, there'll just be a download on the Discord. People can download it. It'll put everything it needs right in the right place.
Oh, nice.
It's pretty cool. Let's see. Bliss is saying hi to some people here. Bliss says, who's going to the Pittsburgh Gaming Expo this year?
Maybe. If Bliss is going, I'm definitely going to try to be there.
Yeah, I'd love to go. Kelly and I were talking about going to PRGE, but man, I did the math on getting up there and back, and I don't know if it's in the cards for this year. I'd love to because Mike's Gaming Gala is going to be there. I'm sure Casey's going to be there. And of course, we can always. One of the beauties of going up to Portland and seeing the Gaming Road Warrior, but I don't know if we're going to make it up there this year. Is Derek here? Oh, there he is. There he is. Right after I talk.
Derek.
Hey, says Derek.
Derek is banking on me falling asleep tonight, right here live.
Let's see. Kelly's here. Kelly, are you posting your pinball scores tonight? We haven't got a chance to play much. I did play the VR pinball, but the other 2 tables I haven't even played yet. Crispy says, Kelly, that bowling game is fun. I've been playing a little.
Oh yeah, you played the VR. I saw you there. You were trying to get to the basement when you were already in the basement.
Right, you're right. Yeah, I'm like, man, am I going to have to restart this video and reboot the headset? And then I realized, and before I realized it, even when I was watching the playback, Kelly was like, it says Williams right out there. I'm like, I didn't notice that yet. So Kelly's probably going to play some pinball tomorrow. And yeah, I love that game a lot, Crispy. 1:12 a.m. where Gideon is. That's why we appreciate him coming. All of our friends that are across the pond over there. It's always great to see it.
No, most definitely.
Yeah, Gideon's been busy lately, but managed to get some free time. Awesome. Derek says single vertical screen is next. And that's right next door to getting to play it on your At Games Micro. You get it working on a vertical screen. You could push it to that micro and set it up to play on that screen, and you wouldn't need the VIBS board or anything. Just have a DMD that's on the play field, and you can
Well, I did
Right.
finally end up pre-ordering that board. Well, we can talk about that later after we get through that.
Yeah. Hey, Savitor is in the house, and he says, if
Hey,
you go
hey.
to PRGE, I guarantee I'll make the long journey as well. Well, see, there you go. There's even more reason. Oh. Let's see. Mrs. C posted Circus. Nice. It's good to see her getting into the pinball. That's awesome. How did she like it? I know Casey hates those retro tables. I said on Thursday night, the only thing Casey hates worse than the retro tables is not getting the points on the overall leaderboard for playing the retro. And he's like, yes, that's true. Good. Casey is a competitor at heart. He wants to win. Yeah. Now there's Savitor saying good evening to all. And let's see, Mrs. C is beating Greg on Circus so far. Nice. I mean, it's a relatively low bar, but it's just Greg. Just kidding. Just kidding to both of them. It is an accomplishment. Greg's been playing for years. Mrs. C just started playing, so that's awesome. Next thing you know, you'll be like Casey's daughter, Arlene, who was staying down there near the bottoms of the leaderboard, but having a great time. And then last week, she just, until Crispy ruined it for her, she was just whooping everybody at combat battle on the At Games. Just threw down a score. I think I was only half her score. And then Crispy just got unconscious. I think he played with one eye tied behind his back just to show off. And he didn't even know what score he had. He was just flipping the buttons. Just go. Yeah. But so that'll be Mrs. C in 3 weeks. She's going to be on top of the leaderboard. And I'm all there. I'm for it. So, yeah. So, Poe, you got one of those new Mike's shirt on there, huh? Gaming Road Warrior shirts.
It was a birthday present from the Gaming Road Warrior, his new shirt. And it's awesome. You got Mike on there. You got Wendigo. You got Pepper is on there.
It's like a Road Warrior theme there, right?
Yeah, the license plate on the front says Mad Mike.
Nice. That's awesome. What a gift. That's a great shirt. I just got the regular shirt from Mike with his logo from his channel, but I need to pick up a couple of those other ones he did because he's got some really neat shirts in there. And again, go to the Discord. Everybody that we know of that has merch, there's a link up there. If you have merch and you didn't put it in the Discord yet, put it in there because there's a lot of merch to be had. I got the Retro Creep going on. Nice. Got an awesome Retro Creep. It was between this one and the one you got for me. You got the one that's like the comic book, right?
Yeah, the Creep Show. The
Creep Show comic. It looks awesome. I almost got that one. And I said, I'm just going to go with the standard Retro Creep logo. He's got his bone controller going on. And this blue shirt came out nice. I like this blue.
Yeah, I liked your blue, so that's why I ordered mine in blue, too. I like that blue.
Yeah, it's really nice. And I was worried that the Creeper's hood and stuff would blend in with the black too much and you wouldn't see it as well. So that's why I picked the blue. But then when I got it, I'm like, I'm glad I got that color. That came out nuts. I was a little worried that the green, sometimes if the blue's the wrong shade and the green's the wrong shade, even that can be a little bit, make you think you're colorblind all of a sudden. But it came out great. I really like this shirt.
Yeah, that's nice.
And I have yet to buy anyone's shirt on the merch that is not a good quality shirt. And most of us are either using TeePublic or Fourth Wall. So we kind of know what we're getting as far as quality, and they're all really good. My shirt from Gaming Road Warrior is awesome. Mike's Gaming Gala is awesome. Crispy shirt is awesome. A Creeper shirt. I bought a couple of my own. So I'm pretty stoked. I'm pretty happy with that stuff. But visit the merch channel and buy some people's merch. It helps out.
Right.
It helps out. Because right now I'm about 1/10 of what I spent to get my samples to make sure they were good quality before I put them live on the. Let's see. I want Poe to get on our leaderboard soon. Yeah, he's talking about it. Poe will send messages every once in a while, and he'll say, "I got to play some pinball," and I say, "Yep." He watched my VR video the other day, and you said, "Man, I gotta charge up my Quest 3 and play some VR pinball." And I said, "Yes, you do."
Yeah, because I'm trying to think back when I last played it, and I think it might have been a Christmas vacation. Because every time we played Walkabout after that, I played on the PS5. So
right,
pretty cool.
Right. Are your shirts soft and cotton? I don't know what they're made out of, but they're very comfortable. Crypto Coffee is here.
Hey.
Yeah, I guess now I got to make a Mrs. Offgrid shirt. Those will probably outsell my shirts, and then I'll be depressed. And, but anyway, yeah, so it's hot up there too, huh?
Yeah, we had some nice cool days in the 70s there. We're getting down to the 50s at night. And being a fat bricklayer, you love that kind of weather. And then the last 2 days here, it was in the 80s again. So, which means it's 100 here inside.
Yeah. It was when I came in here, and Kelly can tell us what it is now. For some reason, my indoor-outdoor thermometer here gave up the ghost, the outdoor section. I don't know if the sensor just needs a battery, probably. It's 90 inside here, and it was 102, I think, when I came out here outside. We had a little break, for Texas, we had a break. It was in the low 90s for the highs for the last 3 weeks or so. And now all of a sudden this whole week, 102, 104, 103. I'm like, what is going on here? Normally here where we're at, June is actually the hottest month. Oh, and it tends to cool off by the end of August, or by the end of July, going into August, it cools off and goes down to where the highs are in the mid to low 90s. And then it'll stay there until into October. But it's amazing. Yeah, Kelly says it's 102 right now outside. It is amazing when we're living in our tiny house, tough shed that's converted into a house, and I have it insulated and all that stuff, and we're just running small air conditioners because we're running off of solar. There's a huge difference between 95 and 103 as far as being able to keep the house cool. It really gets ridiculous. But at 90, especially low 90s, 90, 91, 92, we get to where it's almost in the house. Kelly's thinking about getting a blanket because it's getting chilly. And I'm like you, I'm an old fat guy. So I'm like, if it was just 10 degrees cooler, it'd be perfect. It's 70 in here now. I told someone at work just last week, we were talking about the perfect temperature. And I said, well, if I'm going outside and it's sunny, 65 is great. And she just looked at me like, are you fucking nuts? What are you talking about, 65? Like, yeah, if the sun's out and it's not windy, 65 is a great temperature. But
right.
I probably weigh twice as much as her. So, yeah. Let me get caught up here. Speaking of Poe, I asked his mom to hang out tonight. She gave me the old not tonight. So what you degenerates has got her now. Are you and Poe going to see the new Spider-Man movie this coming weekend? Not together. It's a long drive for us to go see a movie.
Right.
I don't know. Not this weekend. I never go anywhere on the weekends because we work. When Kelly and I go to El Paso, a lot of times we will go see movies, but we tend to watch horror movies. So I don't know. I like the Spider-Man series, so I will see the movie at some point. Poe's backdrop is GOAT status. Nice. That is a nice background.
That's retro.
It is retro. I like how Crispy corrects it like none of us knew what he was meaning to type when he had a typo and said Porsche. Of course, yeah, this is true because Goog is around forever now, so you never know what typo is going to stick. And that does look awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So we are in the midst of a mini heat wave. I'm hoping by next weekend it starts. I think on the next weekend it's supposed to drop back down into the 90s for highs. But what kills me is the overnight lows. You know, it'll tell us that the overnight low is supposed to be 75, and I'm like, that's at 6 a.m. So we'll get up. I got up the other day. I think it was 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. The dogs were whining, wanting out. So I got up, and it was still like 84 degrees outside. I'm like, that's not nighttime temperatures. That's running the air conditioner still. Yeah. Love the Retro Creep shirt. Yes, it is awesome. It says, and you can buy it. There's a link in our Discord channel. Go check it out. Yeah, so I just want the overnight lows to return. You know, if it can be below 80 when we go to bed, that's a good night. When it's still in the mid 90s outside, when we're going to bed, that's not good. Now I try to send the dogs out when we go to bed because I know it's going to get hot in the living room because I'll just turn on the air conditioner in the bedroom and then close the door in the bedroom, and it just stays nice and cool in our bedroom. But the rest of the house, I just let get hot because I can't run both air conditioners all night on batteries. Especially if it's going to be even partly cloudy the next day. I got a temperature. So I'm like, go outside. It'll be nicer eventually. It won't be as muggy and stuff. And they don't want to. They're like, no, we're fine right here. The closest I get is when Kelly and I get up and head towards the bedroom. The one dog gets up on the couch where we were sitting. It's like, he's like, I got your spot. I'll keep it warm for you. That's Bandit. Smokey, he's just whatever. But Bandit always gets on the couch. But anyway, so we're going to start the big contest this week, huh?
Yeah, finally, after all the talk.
After all the talk. And we're going to do it a little different this time. I'll let you talk about it, Poe, because then we'll lead it into your video, huh?
Yeah, we decided we were going to pick 5 Atari 2600 games. Bart did some research. We found at least 4 of them. One of them on the list we decided not to do, so we added a different one, but some games that are good for challenges. And we're just going to do it so that you can post your score, play it whenever you want. It's a one and done again, but you're going to have like the whole month of August. So play them in any order you want, whenever you want, play them all together or whatever. Spread it out like your mom. One of them, you know. So we have Yar's Revenge. We have Atlantis. We have Cosmic Arc. We have Stampede. And Mega Mania are going to be the games for August.
Yeah.
So I think that's a bunch of good games right there.
Yeah, and technically you're getting the last week of July too. So you got basically 5 games, 5 weeks. But you don't have to wait. You don't have to wait, or you can wait. We're not going to lock them and unlock them. It's going to just run straight through, play whenever you can. And again, it's kind of honor system. We say one and done, but we have no way of verifying it. But it does require a picture on iScored. And I will refresh the link to iScored on the Discord channel so that you can see it in case you couldn't find it. But it's up there. But I'll put it in the what is it? Arcade challenge or console challenge?
Yeah, console
challenge page, channel, whatever you call it. I'll put it in there, and they're not live right this second, but they will be before Poe's video ends, maybe because this video is shorter than I thought it was.
Yeah. That's not like me. I wasn't myself this weekend.
Yeah, your whole video is 1/10 the size of your normal intros.
Yeah, and that tells you how poorly I did at the first game, because I even talk at the beginning and show you the 5 games we're going to do before I even start. So, shame on me, because it's the first video game that I ever owned, and that's Stampede. So, but
Nice.
I have not really sat and played that thing in years either. So, trying to remember my strategies as a 10-year-old now that I'm 53, it's just not the same.
Yeah, I don't think I've played it on the Atari yet. So, and I certainly haven't played. If I did, I played it on emulation using an Xbox controller. So when I play it, it'll be the first time playing it on the Atari 7800 plus using the CX40. So, should we play your video?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
All right, here we go.
Let's go! Bring it up! Challenge accepted!
All right. So these are the 5 games that we picked for the challenge, the one and done challenge, all 5 for the month of August 2026. Stampede, Atlantis, Cosmic Arc, and Mega Mania, and Yours Revenge. Now these are almost all these are cartridges from my childhood, and that's why they're beat up. But yeah, enter your scores for all of these games. You play each of them once, and that's it. So let's play a little Stampede. All right, guys. I'm going to start this monthly challenge off, one and done, with Stampede. Now, this is a game that I did. It's the very first video game that I ever owned. My parents got me this the year they bought the Atari, and they just bought everybody random games, just whatever. They bought me Stampede, so it's the first game I ever played at home. And this is the actual cartridge, so cool. But that doesn't mean I'm any good at Stampede. I'm not. It's been years since I seriously tried to play. So this being a one and done, we're doing 5 games for the month of August. I have the other one sitting back here. We'll get to that. But let's do some Stampede. And I'm using the CX40 Plus. When I was a kid, being that we played it so much, man, we had this game down. This is one of those games that things are going well at first, but then once the garbage hits the fan, that's it. It ends quickly. See? Missed one. And if there were patterns, which I'm sure there are, I don't remember them. That was pure luck. Wow, this game started feeling overwhelmed pretty quick out of the gate. No! Alright. Alright, missed 2. Missed 3, wasn't up there in time. No! And that's going to be a game over. 1,444. Just like that. Just like that, guys. It is over. So, okay. Let's go back to hanging out, and let's hang out a little bit. That was bad. Oh, I can't hear you. Are you muted, or is my phone messed up?
No, I'm muted. My bad. And, you know, with about 15 seconds left of your video, I thought, I'm muted. Don't forget to unmute. I was just saying, based on your score of 1444, I'm probably going to get somewhere around the 700s, because you always say how bad you play, and then you whoop my score.
Well, and I forgot to even look. I don't know what the difficulty switches should be set to on that. Maybe I should have did that before I did the whole video, because sometimes you forget and you start playing other games. Those Atari 2600 games have like hidden difficulties. You know,
Yeah.
go right in there.
I always forget how to set them on the 7800 plus. I just put in games and say go. So here's the I scored. I unlocked them. Only Stampede and Cosmic Art had a built-in one, so I just picked a color and grabbed the box art for the other 3 games.
Nice.
And there's an overall leaderboard over here on the left. That'll fill in as you play multiple games. It's set up the same as the pinball challenges. You get 100 points for the first score, 90 for the second place, 85 for the third place, and then it's 1 point from there on. So it's a huge bonus to get first place on any of the games. But yeah, and it'll keep a running score the whole month as people add stuff in. And even if you don't get a really great score, make sure you post it, because it could be the difference. We're seeing it in the pinball where the overall scores sometime are 1 or 2 points apart. And if you can get ahead of someone that's in 6th place and bump them to 7th, that might put someone else ahead of them in the overall score. So you can be a spoiler if nothing else. So make sure you play and get your scores posted on that I scored. Respectable score, says Herbors. And welcome, Herbors. We saw you came in during the video. Go back as a kid and practice a bit.
Oh, Bliss. Now, see, I made that video the other day, and I made a joke about Bliss towards the end of that video. I never thought in my wildest dreams he would ever watch it, or at least watch it that far. And he commented about me saying that I was playing like Bliss. So,
Nice. Gen X grown up is horrible at this game. He showed gameplay and he should have been embarrassed. Wait till Derek plays. Yeah. And of course, as we said, you have to post a picture when you post your score. But we prefer, if you guys have a channel, put up a video. Just record your gameplay and throw the video up there. Like you saw Pose, it only takes a couple, 3 minutes.
right.
Just get it up there, because I'll watch all of them. If everybody plays all of these games and put them on your channel, I'll watch them, because that's always fun. And you can talk smack in the videos too. Depending on the rating of your channel, you can talk smack about our moms too.
Right.
But, yeah, I don't know anything really about Stampede. I just kind of do my best. Like you were saying, I don't know if there's any patterns, or I don't know if there's something to look for, something to avoid.
Just make sure you avoid the skull, and make sure you get the big cows that are sitting there, or else they'll knock you off your horse too. So you either avoid them or you lasso them is what you want to do. But sometimes there's no time, because you move pretty slow compared to the herds. So.
Right. Gen X grown up made you look great. Hey, Michael's here.
Hey, Mike.
Michael, Retro Gamer 1977. Sorry, I got your message that you were going live last night. Kelly and I were already in bed. We go to bed early on the weekends because that's the only time we work is the weekend. And then during the week when we can stay up late, we end up watching movies that go late into the night, because we've got Casey and Mike and all these guys that are doing 8 o'clock streams. So till they get done, if we want to throw in a movie. Herb says, are we just playing Stampede for now? No, it's basically, let me throw that back up here for anyone that missed. It's all of them. Let me make this bigger, get the chat out of the way. We got Stampede, Atlantis, Cosmic Art, Megamania, and Yar's Revenge. They are all 5 unlocked as of right now, and they're all going until the end of August. So you have all month to play them. Play them in any order you want. That's just the order that Poe had them on his video, so that's the order that I put them. But all 5 are open and available. We tend to do the one and done here. So, and, you know, again, honor system, but one and done isn't like, okay, I'm going to play 12 practice games and then I'm going to record my one and done.
Right.
At least for myself and Poe, I'm going to fire it up and play it. And that's the first time. So it's going to be bad. I know that because I've never played it on Atari's 2600. But tomorrow I will be playing it.
Nice.
I would have done it to have mine ready for the show also, but I just didn't get to it before I had to start working for the weekend.
Mostly these challenges were probably going to be 2,600 and 7,800 games. Don't know if we'll go into anything else anytime soon. But right now we're keeping paddle games out of it. Bart doesn't have paddles, so we got to remedy that. We got to get a set of paddles sent out there.
Yeah. I mean, I have a paddle, but technically it's Kelly's. Never mind. Uh-oh. Look out. Derek, that's what your mom said. Herbivores, this is going to be fun. It is. And remember, there is the overall scoreboard, and your points will get added also there. So even if you play a bad game, say you just sucked at Cosmic Art and you got in 8th place, if you play all 5 games and someone else skipped one, you're still going to get like 80 points more than that person, even for your 7th place. So it all helps. Hey, Casey's here. Hello, everyone. It's Robbie's birthday and party today. Wanted to say hi. Happy birthday, Robbie. And he got in here just in time for the paddle jokes. My mom has a paddle, apparently. Happy birthday, Robbie, says Crispy. Oh, I missed this. Sorry, Gideon. Going to sleep. Was fun. Have a busy day tomorrow. Until soon again. All right. If you have a way to play 2,600 games, get in our challenge. If you have a way to play pinball, get in the challenge with Greg and I every week. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of, growing up, I wish my mom would have had a paddle because it would have been better than Dad's belt.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that belt, something else.
Luckily, I had 2 older brothers, so I learned enough to not get the belt too often. Yeah. Yeah,
if it came to the point where we were all pointing fingers, the 3 of us boys, no, he did it, no, he did it. My dad was just like, you're all 3 getting it then. So there was usually 2 innocent people that were just, he didn't care. He had enough.
Yeah.
So if you were the guilty party, why not spread the love between your other brothers,
Right. Maybe you could go last and Dad would be tired. And yours wouldn't be quite as hard. But I would play that game where if Mom caught me doing something wrong and she spanked me, which was, I'd cry like I was dying because then she would tell Dad. But the one thing you never do is laugh when Mom whoops you because then it's that's really bad. You'll never do that twice. Mike's mom's been paddled a lot.
Hey, we haven't seen Mike tonight, have we?
No, we haven't. Bliss said his dad weighed 350 pounds, so each swing was a 2-for-1 swing.
Oh.
Yeah. My one brother, man, I know, Poe, I've told you some stories about him. He was a bad kid. He took his share of whoopings, and we shared a room. So there were times where I saw Dad walking in. He's already loosening his belt, and I'm like, getting the heck out. I'm like, I'm out of here. But Kurt will tell you to this day, he said, I earned every one of those licks. He'll admit he was a bad kid. And, he put my parents through it. And yeah, so he doesn't blame my dad at all for, not like today. Nowadays, oh my gosh, you thought about hitting a kid with a belt, you're done. Hey,
Oh, yeah.
there he is, Mike's Gaming Gala. I literally just came in, and the first thing said is my mom was battle. Nice. Oh, that's awesome. Well, good to see you, Mike. Yeah, he would quote scripture: "Beat them; they shall not die." Yeah, I was laughing. I didn't get a chance to see it live, but Mike was playing on Saturday, and he was referring to one of my busbound videos where I had just had enough, so I retaliated. And I know Mike, like, he watches all my truck sim and bus sim. He's rooting for Rex and all that. And I knew when I did it, it's like, oh, Mike's gonna love this, and total road rage when it's fine because you're in a video game. Total road rage, and I'm knowing. And he got busy, and he had to step away from watching all my videos, and he stopped at the one right before that. And it was just killing me. I'm like, dude, he's got to watch episode 22. And then he finally watched it. Now he's referenced it like 3 or 4 times because he's like, I think he said in his video, it has like 50 views, but it should have 50,000 because it's. He lives for those moments. Yeah, Kelly about fell off the couch. She was laughing so hard because, I try to drive as good as I can, try to keep it realistic, and that's how I just lost it.
Lost it.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Kaos? Good to see you. Yeah, I was trying to do a deal where if you get any thumbs down from your passengers, it resets your bonus multiplier to 1 for the whole rest of the drive. You got to start over from scratch, and things just kept happening. And I went around a corner and someone just T-boned me. Totally, I felt like it wasn't my fault, and I actually stopped the bus and threw it in reverse, backed into the dude, and just pushed it and kept going. Kelly started laughing when I threw it in reverse, and then when I hit him, she's laughing, and then when I just kept going and going, she's just rolling, almost falling off the couch. Yeah, it was fun. It was funny. Let's see. People are saying hi to Mike. Kelly says, yeah, it was hilarious. My mom used a section of Hot Wheel track. Really sucked when the purple connector was still in. Oh, yeah.
I've heard of that being done before.
Yeah. One of the funniest things ever. Busbound episode 22. My most recommended moment. Yeah. With all these Atari movies coming out, I wonder if there'll be any auditions available. Yeah. That would be cool. Yeah. Yeah. Kelly and I were an extra in that TV show for Paramount Plus, and that was fun. And a lot of sitting around, but we all got paid. We made a good chunk of money for that 2 days. And of all the extras that were sitting in that room, Kelly and I were the only 2 that made it into the show. So that was pretty. And our car got in like 4 different scenes. I don't know if you remember when I was telling that scene. I thought they were pissed off because our car was so dirty because they kept having me move my car. I'm like, you want me to just park it around the corner? They're like, no, we're moving it into the shot. It looks like a realistic West Texas car. All the other ones were too clean. We're supposed to be out in the desert. So, yeah. Derek, sounds like my kind of truck driver. Yeah. And I did it all with a calm, straight face. Speaking of making movies, Crypto Coffee here is Phil's mom is experienced on the casting couch. She's also an experienced paddler. Kaos says, I gotta admit, the Matchbox movie looks pretty good. I didn't know there was a Matchbox movie coming.
No.
Yeah.
But I don't pay much attention to new releases anymore, so.
Yeah. And Kelly and I don't have any over-the-air TV or even cable or anything. 90% of our TV watching is YouTube, and the other 10% is watching movies. So people at work will be talking, "Oh, did you see that new commercial?" No. I haven't seen a TV commercial in probably 15 years. Maybe not quite that long, because I have watched a couple of football games over the last few years. But even that, I pretty much just watch it on YouTube and watch the highlights of Steelers games and Cardinals games. That's my football experience now. I'll match your mom's box, says Crispy. Your mom, not our. Yeah, that doesn't look so good when you say, "Oh, I'll match our mom's box." It's like, what are you talking? Yours and Mrs. C's mom?
Oh, goodness.
No, not mine. John Cena, not a huge fan of John, but the movie looks fun. Yeah.
Oh, John Cena.
Yeah. Yeah, I had gotten a connection when we did that TV show. There was a guy, he'll travel around just to do extra work. And he's like, hey, he gave me a website where you can go and you put in all your stats and stuff like that. If you have any acting experience and stuff like, but they're mainly just looking for extras. And then they'll contact you if you can put like a radius, 100 miles and from your location, and anything that's casting or doing a casting call for actual cast or even just extras, they'll send you a notice and you can go out there. But I lost all the information, so I was going to do it. I'm like, because I had a great time doing that. Like I said, there was a lot of sitting around, but it was neat watching them film. And when we got that call, Kelly and I were the only couple, and they're like, "Okay, we need the couple." We're like, "Oh, that's us." And it was winter time, but it was set in summertime, and so it was cold, but we couldn't wear our jackets. They put us in short sleeve shirts and stuff, and they're like, "Okay, when we say action, then I forget what the word was. Kelly probably remembers. They had a certain word, and that meant the extras start, and then we'd start walking, and all we had to do is walk past the courthouse, and then we walk from the corner to the front door of the courthouse." And they'd say our thing, we'd start walking, then they'd say action, and everyone else would do their stuff. And then they had us reset like 6 or 7 times. We did that same walk. And we're in the TV show for about 3 seconds. And we're in the background, so it's blurry. You can't really, and Kelly was on my right, the camera was on my left, so you can kind of tell that someone was over there. And you can see my bald head.
That guy walking his girl to the bus stop.
Yeah. Look at that nice man walking his granddaughter to the bus stop. Oh, you don't have enough room in your place to match the size of Casey's mom's box.
Oh.
Gene Simmons, son of Nick Simmons, said he would greet my meat yesterday during a lot. What? What? Kelly can't remember what our cue was to go, and it was freezing. Seen the new Resident Evil trailer probably 5 times now. Still don't remind me of Resident Evil. Yeah, I never see any of those trailers except when we go to the movies. That's the only time we see trailers. But yeah, so what else is going on in the world of gaming? Anything?
Well, we both played some bowling this week, and this is throwing me all off now because you and Kelly played, and I watched that video. But I got to remember that was members first. So yesterday, I see, Kelly and Offgrid, they're bowling again. Yes. And I go in there, I'm like, how did I comment on this already when they just put it up? I'm like, oh, wait a minute. It was a little time release there.
What's funny is I was going to send you and Mike a message and say, what are your thoughts on, I know you don't have members, but Mike does, Gaming Road Warrior. how long should I leave this members only before I switch it available to everyone? So it's a benefit to the members. They get early access. And then I watched your video and you're like, yeah, Offgrid's got a video. Him and Kelly played it. And I'm like, shit, I should make it live because no one else.
Yeah, I spilled the beans. You know, I didn't even think about that obviously at all before I yacked away about it. And that's why it took me by surprise when the video did go live for everybody. I'm like, they're playing again. They really like this game.
Right. Yeah, because the no shame stealing of Mike's Gaming Gala, he does his weekly members only show where he talks about just whatever. I'm gonna do that also, some version of that, because I'm gonna copy Mike. He's a bigger YouTuber than me, so I'm learning from people. But that is just going to stay members only. That is not going to go to the general public ever. But I am going to do members only videos as exclusive first, members first videos, I guess.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Mike says he usually does a week, but it's only for special videos. Yeah. And that's kind of how that was. It was Kelly hasn't played in a while, and I said, well, I'm going to do this video. And the sad part is, Mike says, that's okay. I copied Cyrus. The sad part is that video that I put out was probably the shortest of the videos we shot. And Poe knows because I told him privately, we shot a full video. We played 3 games. And all this stuff, and the video it was ruined. It was no good at all. So then I changed some settings on OBS, and I recorded 2 games, and that one was just as bad. So by the time the video came out, that one was, I think it was the 3rd. It might have been, I can't remember if we did 3 or 4. It was at least the 3rd because we did 3, we did a 2, and that one was 1 game. And I just ditched the camera on my laptop. I think my laptop's CPU fan is going out, and my CPU is overheating, and then it can't keep up. So I might get with Derek, or if anyone knows much about changing out laptop. I've worked on PCs my whole life, my whole adult life. I'll take apart PCs and do all that stuff. I've never opened up a laptop. So I don't know if that's something that's easy to do or if that's a pain and stay away from it. But I think I need to replace that fan. But yeah, so we played like 5 or 6 games before that game. And maybe that's what I'm thinking of. I recorded the 2 videos, the 3 game, the 2 game, and then the 1 game is the one that aired. But before that, we played like half a game just to figure out how it works. It was like, get it working, make sure it worked on the Uno cart, and then make sure we can figure out the 2 players, although we didn't figure out how to make Kelly a chick instead of a dude. And then we just played a couple of frames, and then we recorded. So that's why I'm feeling like we did 4, but the first one we didn't record. We just, and which is why I think that the CPU fan might be a problem, because the second video, the first 4 minutes of the video was fine, recorded perfect. And then all of a sudden, it just...
Yeah.
And when you're doing a bowling game, and it shows the dude, like, go this, and then the next thing you see is that the pins have already gone down, it's not so good. Yeah, let's see. Michael says, I got to get Strike Zone. It looks way better than original bowling, which I never played the original bowling on the Atari, so I don't think.
Yeah, it definitely is.
I have to pick it up. Been playing a lot of 2600 as of late. Playing Turbo right now with the 8-bit widgets coupler, and it's amazing. Way better control with a paddle. Funny you should mention that, Mike. Yeah, he commented on my video with the bowling with Kelly. And funny little story, when I first read it, I was reading the comment before I realized what video it was under. So he said he would like to see, I would like to see you two review my game. I was thinking he meant me and Poe, because I was getting ready to come on the show, and a lot of people, associate the two of us. And I thought, and then I saw that it was underneath that strike zone. I was like, oh, he means me and Kelly. So I just responded to him. Yeah. If he's already contacted you, if you want to give him my contact information or whatever, I'll get with you on Discord, but feel free. Yeah. Because we'll do it. We will do it.
It's a fun game. And it's going to be a lot of fun seeing you guys playing 2-player on it.
And that, for those of you that are wondering, Strike Zone is that's Kelly's favorite Hain. I thought she'd go with Corey Hain, but no, this is a different type of Hain, different spelling. So yeah, but yeah, we will definitely play Oh Shoot, because Poe did a video on it. Mike, you did a video on it also, right? So that would be cool. That would be cool.
You had Mike and Creep. I think I saw Creep play that too.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah, we're always down, whether Kelly knows it or not. Sometimes I'll just hand her a controller, and she'll see me setting up and think I'm going to record an Intellivision video or something, or an Atari game myself, until I hand her the controller. And she's like, wait, what? And of course, she always plays on that pink CX40 Plus that you got her. And I always play on the one that came with the 7800, and that I can never remember the model number of the controller.
CX78.
CX70. Yeah, that makes sense. But I always use that. But right now I have the CX40 plugged in as player one, so that always makes Kelly be in control of stuff. So she's always choosing. But yeah, so we will do that. I figured out kind of the same problem you were having, Poe, where you were having issues with using your camera and recording gameplay. That's what mine is doing now. It'll record the gameplay just fine.
Oh,
but
yeah.
When as soon as I turned on the camera, it didn't. So I just recorded the two of us with my phone, and then I just did it in editing and combined them.
Yeah, I got it working pretty well with playing 2600 games. But that same day that I recorded playing Strike Zone, I recorded Mousetrap for the 7800, and you'll see when the video comes out. It wasn't enough that I needed to scrap the gameplay, but you'll see every once in a while there's a little slowdown, and then all of a sudden it speeds up to where it should be. It's like, it just sucks that you don't see that real time when you're recording the thing,
Right. All right, Michael. Have a good dinner. He'll be right back. He says he's going to eat. Yeah, I never had that issue before. So I'm wondering if it's my CPU fan. At one point, I was shocked. I did the, what video was it? I don't know. It was one of my last videos. I think it might have been it was the VR pinball. While it was compiling, I put it into the editing software, because I always record the VR square, and then I zoom in so I can move it to where you can see the play field the best, depending on how I held my head, and then I'll compile it with my editing software, and it was probably down to the last minute or two, and the computer just shut off. And I'm like, God dang it, I'm going to have to redo the whole thing. And then when it went to boot back up, it went into a test screen and said the computer couldn't talk to the CPU fan. It gave me an error about the CPU fan. And then I finished booting it up, and the editing software came up, and it continued from that spot. And I'm like, the whole computer shut down, and I had to restart it. with the power button, and it continued. So then I let it finish, and then I went and played back through that part, and you can't even tell. I'm like, how did it not even have a glitch in the video? I'm like, whatever. But
I have that cool webcam. I bought it a year or two ago. That OBSBot 2, I think they call it, where, if you do a motion or you say something, it'll zoom in. Like you do the L, it'll zoom in. Do it again, it'll go back. If you put your hand up, that means for it to follow you wherever you go. So I thought, that's a really cool feature. But then I was having problems. I couldn't even use the thing. So when I played those 2 games, I'm like, yeah, have it follow me, even though I'm not going anywhere. Well, when I would get up to go to the 2600 plus, it would follow me and then get stuck on the ceiling. It would just keep facing up. I'm like, all this technology, the damn bastards recording my wires, my electrical wires and shit down in the basement instead of me.
Nice. Yeah, I saw it was having a little trouble tracking at that one point. You're like, oh, wait, I'm over here. Right.
Yeah, come over here, you dumb bastard.
Yeah, that's funny. Technology, it's great when it works, and it's horrible when it doesn't.
And you can give it voice commands, but I don't want that right in the video. Hey, zoom in. Hey, follow me.
Right.
Like Mr. Rogers. Come on, follow me.
Right. I mean, he was from Pittsburgh, so
that's true.
It could just be a Pittsburgh thing. Yeah. So I watched a interesting video the other day. I was thinking of you while I was watching it. There's been a lot of those videos going around since the World Cup of Europeans and what they were expecting when they came to the United States versus what they experienced. And there was one that I watched that made me think of you. It was a bunch of European people, mostly from the British Isles, trying biscuits and gravy for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of them were surprised at, for one, the portion size. They go to a restaurant and it's just the whole plate's just slob with the gravy. And they're like, what the heck? And then the biscuits are buried under there. And they were expecting that the biscuits would just be mush because the gravy would soak it up like soggy bread. And they're like, how is this biscuit still crispy under there? And of all the people, there was only one lady. She didn't like the biscuits and gravy. She's like, no, I can't eat this. Her husband loved them. So when she said she hated them, he just commenced to eating off of her plate. He's like, I got this.
Yeah, poor guy probably knew he's never going to get them again, so he better have them.
And I was shocked. There were 2 or 3 people that said they really liked it. They like the flavor, but they would never eat it for breakfast again. It doesn't seem like breakfast food.
Oh.
And I'm like, interesting.
Well, I guess that's kind of true. Growing up, we didn't really have the sausage gravy and biscuits a whole lot in my house, but we raised chickens, so we had chicken and biscuits a lot, and it was the same basic deal, different gravy with chicken in it, but you had the biscuits down first, and then you dumped everything over top.
We got a public service announcement here from Mike's Gaming Gala. Grocery shopping while wearing Crocs, socks, and the searching for the booty shirt will get you some looks. That's hilarious. Sorry, did I interrupt you?
No, going with what he said, I had to work last Sunday too. And usually I don't put my socks on until I get to work. I have my Crocs on and my shorts and everything. I figured it was Sunday. Nobody's going to see me. Hardly anybody else is going to be at work except for my crew. So I went ahead and I put the compression socks on here at home and then my Crocs. And then I realized I needed to stop at the gas station for something at 5 in the morning. So I stopped at the gas station. I just saw everybody looking. I'm like, oh, I'm old Poe already. I got the socks up to my knees. I got Crocs on with it. Jorts. What a sight.
Yeah. You should have just went into Walmart because anything goes in Walmart.
Yeah, that's true. I would have been overdressed for Walmart.
Right. Mike said it was his Casey the Butt Pirate shirt. which I got to order one of those since Casey doesn't have his own merch. I got to order a Casey shirt from Mike's Gaming Gala. Again, the link is in the description, or not in the description. Well, in the description for the channel, but the link is on the Discord for Mike Gaming Gala's store.
Oh yeah,
as well as everyone else. So, Mike's Gaming Gala needs a Mike the Knight shirt and a Mrs. OGA shirt. I think he was the first one that said something about that. Need a Mrs. OGA shirt. I'll have to figure that one out. Come up with something.
Yeah, that would be
Sighting in Pittsburgh. Operation Shutdown. How's it going?
Hey.
He said there was an old Poe sighting in Pittsburgh that day.
Well, hopefully we see Operation Shutdown at the Pittsburgh Gaming Expo. I haven't bought tickets yet. I'm assuming they went on sale by now. It's usually this time of the year. So,
see, if you're dressed like that, Poe, and you get caught out in public, what you can do is just get out your phone, turn on the Snapper Chatter, and face it at yourself, and put on the old Poe filter, and just say, "Just imagine this," and then they'll see old Poe's face on your body and how you're dressed, and it'll work perfectly.
wait, there's an old Poe filter?
That's what I've heard.
It'll be impressive.
Could you imagine old Poe using the old filter? That would be the ancient filter.
Gonna tell you. There's an old Poe filter. Awesome. Where's my money?
Oh, Kelly is designing her shirt, the Mrs. Offgrid shirt. It'll be Kelly holding a Intellivision controller, playing with her finger. You laugh. I'm going to be designing that shirt tonight. Yeah, that would be perfect. $100 for a 3-day pass. Saturday is $50. Bliss will be there.
Bliss. Hopefully this year. I was having problems again last year, and oh my gosh, I overdressed at first. Not overdressed in a nice way. I mean, I wore too many clothes, and I started having one of my spells, and I started sweating, and that's when I saw Dr. Scott, and he's like, "Hey," and I like hold out my hand, and he's like, "No, we got a hug," and he hugs me. And I'm like, oh no, he's hugging sweaty Poe now. He won't make that mistake 2 years in a row. But right. I think by the time Bliss got there, I might have been back to normal body temps by the time he got there. So.
Nice. Yeah, we'll have to look into that because we know from the past experience from last year or the year before, whenever that was, when we took the train to Florida, we went through Pittsburgh because everybody knows Pittsburgh is between Texas and Florida. So I wonder what it would cost. Kelly will be looking it up right now for a round tripper from here to Pittsburgh. That would be interesting because,
that's the fun thing. You guys would have a great time. I know it's not the size of Portland Gaming Expo, and you don't have as many big people there, but I mean, we have John Riggs here every year. I think we already announced John Hancock will be here again. And Dr. Scott, Phil, and Brian from BD Retro Mods will be there. I know one year the Game Freak made it. So hopefully we will see who all we can see.
Phil didn't love on you like Dr. Scott.
I tried to love on him inappropriately.
To see Operation Shutdown. Yeah. And then Greg and I, every once in a while, we talk about meeting up over at the big Texas pinball show that goes on every year. And surprisingly, even though he's up in Missouri and we're down here in Texas already, it's not much farther for him to get there than it is for us. So it's almost like meeting in the middle. And for anyone that's wondering about the train and how we ended up going through Pittsburgh, way back in the day, I forget which hurricane it was now, the rail line going across the south got tore up, and they got the freight trains going, but they never reopened it for passenger trains. So there's no direct line across the South anymore. So you almost have to go through Chicago to get from Texas west to Florida or Georgia or anything like that. So the train ride goes way up there to Chicago and then over, and it came through Pittsburgh. What time was that, Bo? I think you were probably already sleeping. We went through Pittsburgh at like midnight or something.
Early,
Yeah.
late, early, however.
Yeah. As you tried to love on him, but then you lit a cigarette. Nice. Mike says, that's fair. I had a cigarette after our three-way. Yeah. Mike's Gaming Gala had a three-way with Phil and his wife. We're just leaving it at that and moving on. Can you imagine someone just tuned in and then they tuned right back out because they heard that? And then next thing you know, rumor mill's flying. Oh. Who knows? Maybe Derek will go to Pittsburgh too. We all go. We'll all meet up in Pittsburgh.
Bring everybody in.
Yeah. And then, hey, Megan's back. She just says, you. That's
You.
all. Just you.
Good.
That's good to see you again. When is the expo? It's the week before Portland, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least that's usually how it rolls. So.
Yeah. If we went up, of course we'd want to stay for a little while, and of course the problem is you only really get the weekends off unless you request your time off a long time in advance, right? Like the year before.
Yeah, we pick our vacations usually around October, November before the new year, and I have 4 weeks. But I split 1 week up into individual days in case I have doctor's appointments or something. I used 2 weeks while my boy was here. I picked my last week as Christmas week. So, but sometimes they'll let us change it if we get to them early enough.
Yeah, because I thought it'd be cool if we went up there to be able to go to one of those pinball places or something like that.
I didn't get to the church one yet. We were going to do that when my son came back, and we ran out of time because his leave got moved. So then I tried to hurry up and move vacation week, and doing that in the summer is almost impossible if people have those weeks picked already. So that got messed up. We didn't get there. But they do a live cam every Saturday of that place. Like they have a camera up above where you can see. So I got to send you a link sometime. You can kind of see how it's set up in that old church. It's really neat.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out what Megan was getting at here. First it was you, then yup, then belt tucked, then correction belt sucked. Autocorrect sucks too. Oh, is Megan way behind? She's talking about when we got our ass whooped as kids.
Oh, she might be. You know what? She if she came back on, then a lot of times you'll pick up where you left off.
Yeah,
but you'll be seeing the chat from real time. So
yeah, that'll throw you off sometime. You're like, what are they talking about in chat? And then you look down, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm 17 minutes behind.
I'll notice that happened to me a few times in some chats. I'm like, somebody will say something, I'll write it. And I'm like, what are they even talking about in chat? And then I'll look and see that I'm like this far behind on the bar up front. I'm out. Gotta fast forward it here. Missing out.
Yeah. Because most of the stuff they're talking about in there is 3 ways, 5 ways, all kind of ways. Yeah. And Derek said, yeah, on a road trip to Ohio for pastimes.
Pastimes is awesome.
Yeah.
We got to get Mike down there again. He introduced us over his video to that place, and I had such a great time. Well, look, they were selling their Hercules table here earlier this year, so that kind of stinks because even though it's really not that fun to play, it's really cool to see. So.
Mike says, "Hi, Megan. It's us from the future." Oh, yeah.
You know, I was looking at this is episode 31. So I happened to look at episode 31 of the show the other day, and that was like November, almost 3 years ago. We did that one, and I thought of that again because we had Gideon in the chat here, and he was in the chat in that one too when I was watching the chat go by. I think that episode there, I think we were talking about the first 2600 plus coming out, if I remember right.
Wow. Phil says he still needs to get to Pastimes.
Yeah, great time.
And I think Mike was talking about, yes, I think he's talking about it too. Kelly says $1,347.10. I'm guessing that's the round trip train from El Paso to Pittsburgh.
I bet if you went live and ate a hot chip or a cow chip,
I think I'd rather have the hot chip. Yeah. Yeah, $1,300. So that costs more to go to Pittsburgh than it does to go to Portland. Because I think the train ride up to Portland was what? I want to say it was around $900. And it's funny, we were looking at the train versus flying. Either way, we got to rent a car when we get there. So that's a wash. The big difference is the train takes a couple of days to get there. And those would be days that if we wanted to get the same amount of vacation time away from Texas, those are hotel rooms that we'd have to stay. So now you're paying for extra nights in hotels.
Oh, yeah.
Versus just sleeping on the train and, spending the days on the train. So it worked out to where it was almost a wash whether you fly or take the train, but we would actually get a couple extra days by 4 extra days of vacation by taking the train. Because I don't know, have you ever taken the train anywhere?
No, we just did they used to have the little Kiski Junction train by the Kiski River down the road here. It would take people to my mill where I worked, and it would show how they would take the train cars and the scrap out of the mill, and then the little train would take you back again. But they've since closed that down too. So
yeah, then those are fun, but the Amtrak ride for me and Kelly, those are like vacation days. Even though people are like, man, you're just sitting on a train. I love it. You're watching. You go through all these different cities. You get to see a lot of stuff, and you're traveling. So I love that stuff. And so for us, it's bonus to take the extra. I love flying too. Obviously, I got my flight yoke right here. I love everything there is about flying, but that's a bonus 4 days of vacation, 2 days up, 2 days back, of things that we really enjoy. The problem is sleeping in coach kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But, I don't mind it during the day when you're traveling and you're looking out the windows and you can go to the sightseeing car and all that stuff. It's really neat. And I like the travel aspect of it. If I could get a job working on one of those Amtrak, I think that would be a fun job, just traveling.
Yeah.
But then we saw a video the other day about the hours for the crews that work those, and they kind of get screwed. The guys that drive the train, that's a pretty good deal. The ones that set up the sleeping cars and serve the food and all that, they get screwed. The ones that do the sleeping cars, they're only guaranteed 4 hours of sleep a night.
Oh.
Yeah, and they have to be up for every stop anytime people are getting on and off, so they can show them to the rooms and get the room made up and all that stuff. And then no matter what time they're stopping, they have to get up at 6, before 6 and start making coffee and all that stuff.
Oh.
So they might have a 2:00 in the morning stop that they have to work and then be up at 6. And that's kind of rough. But I don't know. It's part of their collective bargaining agreement, so I guess they signed up for it. And then the particular run we were watching is the Chicago to California run, which is a very scenic run. It's really nice. And I guess you would work one way, and then you have one night in a hotel, and then you ride the train back, and you're off duty.
Oh, that's
then you get one night off, and then you come back again. So I don't know how that would work if you have a family, because you're like on the train all the time. You're only home for like a day, and then you go again.
Yeah, that would be rough.
Yeah, I guess if you're single and you just want to travel,
Right. If you're younger and single, yeah, that would be fun.
That's what got me out of the Navy was, it's fun. I got to travel all over the place, see a lot of stuff. And meanwhile, my wife and kids were back home, and I didn't get to see them for half the year. So that's what got me out of the Navy. So, but I guess if you're young, single, just want to make a bunch of money and like riding on trains, that would be a great job. So
I'm going to have to plug in here already.
Oh, okay.
We should make a short video for each time I have to do that.
No, they did not fix autocorrect in the future. Crypto feels like singing a Texas song. Ready? Oh, the stars at night are bold and bright. Pump, pump, pump. Deep in Phil's mom's business. I know it doesn't rhyme, but y'all get it. See, I don't pre-read these things. I did not know where that song was going. I should have known in our chat. There's a good chance it's going into someone's mom's orifices. That's where they tend to end up. So, yeah. We'll wait for Poe to get back. We're only an hour and 22 minutes into the show. Poe's already... I think it's because it's hot out there. I don't know. And last week's show, near the end of the show, we lost Poe, and he was not able to come back. So hopefully he's able to come back here.
It's the heat. It's the heat. It'll start flashing, like instead of where the charge is on it, it'll start flashing me, and I'm overheating.
Oh. The heat is on, Merlin. Saw an interesting video. Didn't watch it, but I saw it as I was clicking by. You'll see all the number one hits from the 1980s. They do these. It was all of the songs that made it to number 11 in the 80s. It's like, really? Interesting.
That's crazy.
I guess they maybe went for they almost made it to the top 10, but didn't. So
that's different, though. I mean, at least they got something different there. On my reels on Facebook the other day showed up some woman she called it "Does This Song Banjo," and she plays the banjo. So then she put the Sultan the Swing on there, and she's playing the banjo to it. I'm like, wow, it banjoed.
Yeah. Most people that play banjo are pretty good. You tend to play fast on banjos. But, Kelly and I did one yesterday. It was one of those, name the 80s song from the intro. How many can you guess right? And I'm like, oh, God, guess? None of them, because I'm just going to know them. They played a bunch of freaking alternative bands.
Oh.
A couple of them I didn't even hear of, but there was some like the Pixies and some of those that I knew of them, but I never listened to them.
Right.
So I don't know how many songs were on there, but there were like 10 or 15 that I didn't have a clue. I'm like, Jesus, usually these things are like, whip right through them. You're talking 80s music. Got them all. This one was not an easy quiz. He can do a Dreamcast, can't bring a plug with him for his phone. That's gook, Bo. Real gook.
It's here, and I had it out, but then I buried it in mounds of other things when I was shooting my video the other day. So the charger was here, but buried.
Yeah, mod a Dreamcast, she was saying. But yeah, and Megan can't type. That's okay. You caught it from Chris. Crispy was having all kind of typing. I think his typing was getting so bad he just quit because we haven't seen it since he was complaining about his own typing. He's like, I've had enough. Oh, I got to check real quick. You can entertain the troops.
I was trying to entertain, but I started sneezing, so I muted the mic. But yeah, I think probably, well, definitely the next mod is going to be my Sega Saturn. I got that sweet gray Japanese edition with the blue buttons. I love that. When I was shopping for a Saturn back in the day, I saw that one. I'm like, yeah, I got to have that. That's different. But that'll be the next ODE mod.
Nice.
I don't know the way they're working us. I don't know when exactly that one will be coming.
Well,
Probably actually see another challenge video from me from one of the 5 games we picked here first.
Crypto said years ago my VCS 800 would do that and overheat, screen would go in and out. Now I have it sitting on a cooling fan and the back is exposed. It was covered before and hasn't happened since.
Oh, nice.
Crispy says, I'm here, but he quit typing, though. Nice.
I get a kick out of all the stuff Crispy says in his post and everything else. That has me laugh.
Yeah, that's how I phrase it when I'm with Casey's mom. I buried in a mound of things. Yeah.
Ooh.
I was trying to look at the I scored for the pinball fund. So I could, now it loaded. It wasn't loading before. Yeah, there's.
I want to know where Greg got that closing song for you guys. It's not very long, or at least, it's cut off, but all that stuff. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting into this, and then it ends all of a sudden.
You can't say it's not very long because Mike's going to say something now. When you're referring to me and Greg and you're saying it's not very long, that's just par for the course. No, yeah, Mrs. Crispy got a 4.8 million on Cactus Jacks. So she's played 2 of the 3 tables and she's ahead of G. Parker on both of them.
Woo.
Nice. Nice.
Well, Greg won't know until Thursday because he doesn't come on here. I support that G. Parker every Thursday night.
Yeah. Let's see. What do we got? Bliss says, I don't mind the RGB for my Saturn. I do have a good multi-cart for it and play most games with ROMs.
Yeah.
What kind of person plays most games on ROMs? Just because you guys are jealous of
me, Hardy.
You're jealous of my massive physical cart collection. I have nearly 15 in my collection, 10 of which were donated by Retro Blitz Gaming. I got one from Poe and one from Mike. So I think I purchased 3. Phil is having a low sugar. For Saturn, all you need is a flash card.
Yes. Don't mess up my video coming up here. A flesh cart.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be the gag in that video, Mike and Bliss. Thanks a lot, guys. No, I'm not making it. I'm done.
Way to go. Poe makes 4 videos a year and you just ruined one of them.
Ruined one of them. Hey, come on.
It took me a second to figure out what Crispy was. If I was looking confused, I was trying to decipher. But I figured it out finally. But I don't use that type of language on our show. Our show is fucking PG. Couldn't help it. Sorry. Sorry, Mike. I hope you're not in trouble because the kids heard it. And Mike says, "Sorry, Poe. Sorry."
That's okay. I'm in a good mood because Rick Moranis made a public appearance at Comic-Con, so that makes me happy for the weekend.
Nice.
Good to see him back. SCTV lovers rejoice.
Yeah, that's always good to see him. Crispy almost apologized. That's for your encoded language. Yeah, I only watch my language because I don't want to get Mike in trouble when I say stuff, and then his kids are close, and then Mike's mom, Mike, I'm thinking about later tonight. Mike's mom, Mike's wife gives.
My kid learned all their swear words from my wife, so it doesn't matter what I fucking say around here. I just try to keep it nice for everybody else.
Mike's not allowed to watch our show at dinner, so we're good. Oh, Rick is awesome. Yes. Reminds me of Holy Grail, Phil, when the guy just wrote "Arr" into the castle. Maybe he died while he was carving it. You wouldn't carve "Arr," you just say it. Ooh, no.
What brilliant writing. Brilliant.
And suddenly, the animator was struck with a fatal heart attack. The cartoon peril was no more.
Where do you come up with this stuff? I mean, it's got to be a little bit of drugs, right?
Right? Yeah. It's from George Harrison. He was probably supplying them. For people that don't know, George Harrison supplied a lot of the money, especially for Life of Brian. He was very involved. So that's the big tie between the Beatles and Monty Python. George Harrison.
Love George Harrison. You know, and I thought he was underrated. I don't think John Lennon thought so. But I like George Harrison's song.
I do. Yeah, he really came along, and by the time you got to the later Beatles albums, he was putting out some amazing songs.
Yeah.
And just makes you wonder if they'd have given him some more space in the early years, if he would have developed quicker.
Right.
And I get it. He was a few years younger than them, and I think they said, man, now I'm going to get this wrong, but I'm almost positive. I think they said when Sgt. Pepper came out, George was only 23.
Yeah.
And that's far
crazy.
from the first album. It's like, they put out all those albums before that. Sgt. Pepper is what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, their 7th album by the Beatles. And he was only 23 years old when Sgt. Pepper came out. It's like crazy. Crazy. Bliss got to go, but I have my thumbnail made for the challenge. Have a great night, guys. Mike's mom just showed up, so he's got to go. Gotcha.
All right, Bliss. All right, we're looking forward to seeing you play some Strike Zone also. I know you bought it before I did. So
yeah, get some Strike Zone going. Yeah. And we'll have to do some kind of, we're going to have to do something with that Strike Zone. Do some kind of challenge thing or
yeah, now that you looked it up and saw that the ROM was out, and we know we can include everybody in that, so that's awesome.
Yeah.
Because really, that was going to be, if there wasn't still a ROM around, that was going to be the next gift I sent to you guys. So I thought you might like some bowling action after watching you guys play the Sprint.
Yeah. Kelly likes those bowling games, and that one she really enjoyed that. So which was good, because like I said, the one game video I did was 7 games into it or whatever, 6.5 games into it. Bliss says, yeah, Strike Zone is great. Derek is surrounded by goog holes. Oh, probably walked into, yeah, your mom was there for the conception of my kids. Says my Crispy. Mrs. C is here in the chat. George is my favorite. All Things Must Pass. It's one of my Desert Island albums. Yeah. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think he was the first one to have a #1 hit after the Beatles.
Oh, he may have been. I think you might be right.
I don't think he ended up with as many #1s as Paul and John had, but he was the first one to get a #1 hit after the Beatles. Yeah.
And then they had that whole song, he sang My Sweet Lord.
Yeah.
And he got sued for that?
Yeah.
From that oldies song.
Yeah.
I never knew that until recent years. Saw that. That's pretty wild.
Hey, Jabba's here. He just got home. Drove back from France today.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Old Poe was trying to drive to France, and he just got about 100 yards off the beach in New Jersey and had to turn back.
Right. He didn't have a yellow submarine.
He didn't have a yellow submarine. Yeah.
And he ended up in an octopus's garden.
Oh, that's my nickname for Mike's mom's nether regions.
Wrinkled star.
There's a fly in here, and it just flew right into my eyeball.
You meant an octopus's garden. I said wrinkled star. That's the other side when you flip her over.
That's the B side. In more ways than one. The B whole side. Oh man, that fly flew right at my eye. I was going to look like that dude in Constantine when the fly comes out of his eyeball.
Oh yeah.
And there's rumors, if you did watch the movie Constantine, there's rumors that they are going to start doing a Constantine 2. And,
oh yeah.
And I saw a thing. A guy was saying, yeah, that'd be awesome if they could get Keanu Reeves to come back for Constantine 2. And it's like Keanu's the one that's been pushing for it. For years, he's been saying if there was one character he played that he could do a sequel to that he didn't get a chance to, and he says Constantine.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Yeah. Uh-oh. That mom joke got a look from his wife, says Mike's Gaming Gala.
One of these days, I'm not going to be so lucky. Last week, I had the neighbor's dog walk in here several times. I just had some stray cat walk in off the back road here, looked at me, and then turned around and got the hell out of here.
Was he
It'll
doing
probably be a skunk.
Was he doing the stray cat strut? Everything can point back to 80s music. Crypto got a pink submarine for Phil's mom. Bong. I too get those looks, often and precise. Yeah. Then we're doing our job here. If we can get your wives to look at you funny, you're at the right place. Yeah. I was trying to make a pink submarine joke, and nothing's happening. It's like Curly tried to think, but nothing happened. Not a bad.
I can't see. I got my eyes closed. Larry Fine.
Not a bad look. More of a, did I hear what I thought I heard? Yeah, which brings you right to the Naked Gun when he's looking through the microscope. I can't see a thing. Use your open eye, Frank. Oh. Megan says, I love George's song, I Got My Mind Set on You. Fun song.
I got my mind set on you. Or Weird Al's, this song is just 6 words long.
I never heard Weird Al's.
Yeah, Weird Al sings that, but he sang, the song is just 6 words long. This song is just...
Really? Yeah. I always said, back up, I might sit on you. Is how I would sing it. Back up, I might sit. That's a cover tune. That is not a George Harrison original. That is a cover. Jabba says, cheers, Chris. Just fired up the PC up to update Zachariah. Must have added about 30 tables I was missing. Got in the sale last month. Nice. Got them in the sale last month. Yeah, I bought a bunch that I was missing then too. You get those 4-packs for $3.
Yeah, it's funny when George Harrison, like I was listening to some George Harrison. I'm listening to some Tom Petty back then and some ELO a little bit here and there. I did have one Bob Dylan cassette, and I had a couple Roy Orbison cassettes. And then whenever they formed a super band, that just blew my teenage mind. I don't know if I was the only kid listening to the Wilburys at the time, but I just thought, wow, this is amazing, you know.
Yeah.
All those guys up together.
Yeah, there was a couple of my friends in high school would be shocked because they'd come over where I had Roy Orbison playing. I've always been a huge fan of Roy Orbison, just amazing talent. And
I got looks for that. I got looks for Gordon Lightfoot. Loved that. My dad introduced me to that with the Edmund Fitzgerald and The House You Live In 45. And then I ended up buying Gord's Gold Volume 1 and 2, the cassettes, and just loved his songs. So, yeah, as a teenager, that wasn't really one that I admitted to my buddies in high school that I was listening to. But
yeah, because I had the long hair and I hung out with all the guys. We were metal all the way, you know, Motley Crue and all that stuff. And Van Halen, all the hair bands, Iron Maiden, of course. I've been a huge Iron Maiden fan. And then my buddies come over and there's crying over you. But I'm like, dude. Even Elvis said when he was asked in an interview, famously, what's it like being the best male singer in the world? And he said, you'd have to ask Roy Orbison that question.
Roy Orbison. And that guy, poor Roy, had a very tragic life, too. He did. Well, you know, and
in the song, Handle Me With Care by the Wilburys, of course, I'm just like, now you guys are just being assholes because they're talking about it. And George Harrison was hanging out with Jeff Lynne, and they're coming up with the ideas for this song. And then they said, yeah, well, then we called up Roy, and he said he wanted to go with. And I'm like, now you're just showing off that you just happen to be talking to Roy Orbison. And then George said, well, I had to go over and pick up my guitar. It was at Tom Petty's house. So we picked up my guitar, and we were talking about where could we record. And Tom Petty said, well, you know, Bob Dylan has a studio at his house. Let's call Bob up, and we'll go record there. And they went over there, and at the time, it was just going to be a George Harrison song for his album. And he said, well, I can't do a song with Roy Orbison sitting here and not write a part for him. He said, of all 5 of us, this is the best singer in the room. He's got to have a part. And then they just turned it into the Traveling Wilburys.
Oh, man. Wow. Especially Volume 1. Really loved Volume 1. Volume 3, okay, but Roy was gone by then, so.
Yeah. And watching that video for the End of the Line.
Yeah, because they.
In the rocking chair.
Yeah.
And just
the glasses.
Yeah, it's like, oh, my gosh. It's. Yeah, just amazing.
I'm so tired of being lonely. You know, before I was a smoker, I used to be able to hit those notes. But,
yeah. And I get a kick out of you can tell a lot of it was written by George to sing for himself before it became a Wilbury song, because the whole thing about, how does he phrase it? Where basically saying he was used as money making. What the heck? I forget the lyric now. Oh my gosh. The whole point of my saying, I'll just go to the chat. Okay, so I put this one up by Mrs. C. Megan That's, and then she just ended, was my favorite back in the day. Talking about Got My Mind Set on You, I'm thinking. Phil's mom sings my version. She likes Sitting on People. Mike says Gordon Lightfoot's great.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Kelly, it's funny, Kelly really introduced me to Gordon Lightfoot. And then when I was exploring his library, I realized so many of his songs that I just didn't know it was Gordon Lightfoot.
Right.
Sundown is a huge example.
Oh, Sundown is such a good song.
And always
the
liked
song.
it, just had no idea who it was.
Spanish Moss, Beautiful, the Canadian Railroad song. Wow.
Yeah.
The guy knew how to write and sing.
Yeah, just amazing.
Somebody's shooting off fireworks now.
Oh,
First they were mowing, now they're shooting off fireworks.
Mrs. C said, love the Wilburys. There's nothing better than Orbison's voice. You got it. Great song. Kelly says, love me some Gordon. Yeah. And, you know, like I say, all the time, we watch a lot of reaction videos, and watching people react to Edmund Fitzgerald.
Oh,
And
yeah.
there's a great video out there that has the lyrics scrolling. Not that you can't understand Gordon Lightfoot. He very easy to hear him, but they can read along with it and then when the people realize it's based on a true events.
Right.
Wow.
And he got that song out really fast after that happened.
Yeah.
My dad had the 45. Like I said, it had that. And another one of my favorites is The House You Live In was on the B side of that. But the whole album is called Summertime Dream. So if you listen to any of his albums, that's probably the best one.
Nice. Yeah. It's funny you talk about 45. We were watching a video just the other day. I forget. I think probably she was reacting to something. I don't know. But the lady's wearing a necklace. It's a silver necklace. And then the, whatever you call the thing that hangs on a necklace, what would be the jewel part of it or something. It's a silver, the insert that you put in the 45.
Yeah.
It's like a silver plated one of those was on her necklace.
My dad's big Zenith didn't have that same style. His was just like a big rectangular thing. And it had a little like button in it, so the record sat on it, and then when it was ready to play, that button would go in and it would drop down.
Oh, yeah.
But we had the little record player. It was a Bugs Bunny record player where you could pop the thing up and lock it in place for your 45.
For the 45s to sit on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have one of those too. How do we go an hour and 30 minutes into a stream, and then all of a sudden a fly shows up? It's like, I don't know where this fly was, but he has discovered me.
You get fly. I get chihuahuas and stray cats, and I'm just hoping it's not going to be a skunk next. That could happen.
Let's see. Megan's a huge Johnny Cash fan. My dad loved him some Johnny Cash.
Megan, I sang some Willie on our old show. You might not be a Willie fan because it's all nasally, but I did some Willie. Or Offgrid.
Yeah. got us a copyright claim. Too many clues.
And there's another super group at the time, the Highwaymen country group.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I was never a big country fan.
No, I wasn't a lot. There were certain ones that,
I take that back. When I was very young, like in grade school age, my brothers are 5 and 6 years older than me, and my older brother, he got into a country music. He got a big ass cowboy hat and all that stuff, and he was one of them urban cowboys, I guess, because we lived in the middle of Phoenix. But so he was listening to country music back then, and my older brother's liking it, so it must be some good stuff. And so I did listen to some old country.
We listened to some Hank Jr. and well, it was my oldest brother introduced us to that because he was like, okay, he's listening to Iron Maiden tonight. He's listening to Twisted Sister tomorrow. Now he's listening to Bocephus. Maybe some Waylon Jennings here and there. You know, he was all over the place. But my oldest brother introduced me to all that stuff.
Yeah. So I did listen. And then, of course, Olivia Newton-John's first album was that country album. And she's wearing that denim shirt or something that was like unbuttoned all the way down to here. So I don't know about the album, but the cover I loved.
Well, I'll do you one better for that one, maybe. And that's maybe a cosplay thing. I don't know. But the Kenny Rogers, Dolly Parton, Christmas to Remember album. I bought the record from one of the clubs I belonged to. Eventually got the cassette tape, but she dressed like Mrs. Claus. So she got the white fur trim coming the whole way down her arm. And as a teenager, you're just like, this is the best album that was ever made.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, so I liked the stuff back then. But
who was the dude that sang I Believe in Love? And I Believe in You. I used to like that song, too.
I Believe in Mom and Dad. What the heck
I
is that?
Believe in Baby.
Yeah, was it, I don't know. I don't want to say.
His last name Williams? Was he a Williams, too? I can't remember.
I don't know.
Well, not related to the rest of them, but
That wasn't so long ago that it wasn't called country music. It was just modern pop. Yeah. And Kelly says, welcome to the vinyl show number 2.
number 2. I believe.
Then when I got a little older, that's when I discovered hard rock. But like I said, was this Don Williams, Derek says?
Don Williams. Yep, definitely Don Williams.
As much of a metalhead as I was, and I hung out with metalheads, I still listened to all the normal 80s pop stuff, and I loved, a lot of the quirky 80s music too. Stuff, Thomas Dolby, Blinded Me with Science, Devo, all that stuff. Yeah, I would listen to all that stuff too, and some of my friends would just look at me funny for it, and huge Howard Jones fan, and the metalheads are like, why are you listening to Howard Jones? Like, because his songs are cool. I don't know. Why do you listen to anything you listen to? Because I like it.
Right.
Mike says, yes, finally. To steal from Family Guys, Poe's mom did Kiss. Kiss the band or Kiss Prince?
Kiss was another one where, like with the Beatles and George Harrison, you didn't hear anything from Peter Criss really until you had Beth was his big. And even that, those guys kind of poo-pooed him on that whenever he wrote it. He wrote it for his wife, and it was called Beck. And I told him, you need to change it to Beth. And this song is all about, I can't be with you right now. I'm with the guys. Here's a song for you. And they're like, well, you got to change the name of the song. Kind of messed up.
Yeah. There was a day when I used to know how to play that on the piano. Play it and sing it. But
that and I think Hard Luck Woman were two great songs.
Yeah. Yeah. I was never a huge Kiss fan. I liked the pinball machine though, because the neighbor down the street had one. But I liked the idea and the stage shows and all that stuff. The jeans spitting blood and their big old platform boots and all that stuff. Just put on an amazing show. But I was never a huge fan of Kiss as a band. But they did have some. They had some songs that are all right.
I only ever made it to one concert. That was the Revenge Tour. That's after they got Eric Singer. Eric Carr had died. But what a stage show. Even then, though, like, Gene gained all kind of weight. He was in a depression when Eric died and everything. So he came out there when he shouldn't have had the leather pants on and stuff. But the performance, and this was inside the old Pittsburgh Civic Arena. But they had the pyrotechnics going, and they had a big Statue of Liberty. And then at the very end of the show, the torch and the arm blew up, and it whipped everybody off. And I'm like, yes, this is awesome.
Crypto said, I bet you were front row at all the Thompson Twins show. Hold me now.
That's the only song I think I could name of theirs.
It
There's
is.
another one I might know it by hearing it, but
Yeah, I think there are a couple that, like you said, we'd recognize it and be like, oh, that was Thompson Twins. But Hold Me Now, I liked Hold Me Now a lot when it came out.
yeah.
And I still do.
Stay with me, why don't you stay?
Yeah. I just like the idea that it's called Thompson Twins, and they're clearly not twins, and there's 3 of them. I mean, I suppose that the dude and the chick could have been, because fraternal twins or something, but
Right.
there's 3 of them in there, so maybe they were. I don't know. The band, she did all of them. The family, Poe's mom did Kiss. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm pretty. I put a big old playlist on the phone, and when we're driving in the car, the phone syncs up, and I call it like my mega mix. And you might have an Iron Maiden song play, and the next song on there might be the Thompson Twins, and then the next song on there is Metallica, and then the next song is Run DMC, and it's just all that stuff that I used to listen to, and I kept up. I listened to rap music all the way up until it turned into all the gangster rap stuff.
Oh yeah.
It became more about that stuff. I'm like, my rap stuff is Run DMC, Beastie Boys,
Right.
Sugar Hill Gang, Curtis Blow, Houdini. I'm sure at some point some people are going to be like, I don't know any of those. Those are the rap groups and bands and people that I listen to. Young MC. So don't just.
I always have to listen. I always got to listen to the Humpty Dance with Digital Underground.
Yeah, that is an excellent song. My name is Humpty.
When you're blasting it in the car, that bass,
Yeah. Now stop what you're doing, because I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you're used to.
I look funny, but I'm making money.
Yeah, and if you listen to the unedited version, you don't have to have all the bleeps in it. He actually says, I once got busy in a Burger King bathroom.
Yeah.
It's not bleeped out. In this 69 position, my nose will tickle your rear. You just don't get writing like that.
Right.
Yeah, Crispy heard just bust a move, Young MC.
Would his best friend Harry have a brother Larry, and 3 days from now he's going to marry?
Yeah.
He's hoping I can make it there if I can, because in the ceremony I'll be the best man. You
That's
say,
right.
Nito, check your libido, go to the church in your new tuxedo. All right, enough. And that was right around the time I think I got MTV, so it was on all the time.
Right.
That and Bismarcky.
Bismarck.
You got what I need. You say it's just a friend.
I'll tell you a song that I just discovered probably 2 years ago, because everyone knows Sir Mix-a-Lot, Maybe Got Back, right?
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever heard My Hoopty by Sir Mix-a-Lot?
I probably have. My wife had some of those cassettes back in the day. So
He's talking about his beat up car that he's driving, and it's just hilarious. It's an awesome song. I like that one way better than Maybe Got Back. They're both on my mega list, but when My Hoopty comes up, I always crank it. I just like that song. Rob Bass, It Takes Two to Make a Thing Go Right. Milli Vanilli. Now here's a tragedy thing. Milli Vanilli just got ruined because of the whole scandal, but nowadays bands are doing the same thing.
right.
There's stuff coming out about Jennifer Lopez. Some of her albums some of her big songs are not even her. There's background singers who did the lead, and they just put it on the album saying it's her stuff. And I was gonna go. It's kind of a tangent, but we're talking music now. People get upset about use of AI, and obviously we've been using AI music for stuff. I don't know if this is a shocker, spoiler alert, but Poe and I didn't sit down and play the intro or outro music with our instruments and come up with songs. But people are flipping out about AI music. And I'm thinking, how different is it that you have a computer making a song versus what the music industry has been doing for 20 years or more, where the person sings it and then the computer fixes it? So what we're hearing is not the singer. We're hearing a computerized version, digitized, fixed, auto-tuned. We're not listening to humans anymore. They're fixing everything. They're fixing musicians' stuff. They're fixing. So what's really the difference?
My big thing is, if I do have somebody say something about my thumbnail or something like that, it's like nobody from me is losing money for this. I'm not going to commission somebody to make my thumbnails each week.
Right.
They're not going to lose money for me doing this. It's just for my little junky channel. I can draw. I mean, I was most artistic in my senior class, but I don't have time for that garbage anymore. So the idea is mine. I type in exactly what I want, and then if they get it wrong, I say, no, change this to that, whatever. Right. But I'm just not sitting down and drawing it, and I'm not taking money away from an artist that I don't have money to pay to them anyway. So
yeah, it was common overseas back then, but the American backlash was bad. But yeah, I just think it's kind of funny. I know when I played in the band up in Arkansas, we recorded an album, and one of the notes that our singer Charmaine, she was saying, she had to hold a note, and her voice cracked for just a second in the middle of it. She's like, ah. And the engineer was like, well, watch, I can fix that. And he took it and straightened it, smoothed it out, so that note was perfect. And she got pissed. She's like, that's not me. That's not how I sang it. Now you've changed it. And that was a eighth of a second that was fixed. And nowadays you got these people that just, you don't even have to say. And then going back to the old days, think about, and Kelly and I say this all the time, a Roy Orbison, amazing voice. Not the, no one's going to confuse him for Tom Cruise or Brad Pitt, right? Not an overly good looking guy. He wouldn't even get a chance nowadays. Because we can fix your voice. You just got to look good on stage. And that's sad. How many people would not even get a chance nowadays because they don't have the right look? You don't look good enough to be in music. It's like, isn't it supposed to be the sound, not the look? And a lot of guys, and that's what the Buggles were talking about. Video killed the radio star.
Oh, yeah.
Because once you get to see these people, if you're not going to concerts all the time, you might see faces that you're like, oh, that's who sang it? They're not as attractive as you thought. And it's like, well, why does that matter? Ignore those that don't like AI. Yes, lazy AI implementation is annoying, but it's like making fun of people for using the internet back in 95. Yeah. And Megan says, Poe draws goob.
I was a goob drawer.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm a decent copy artist in pretty much everything. It's funny. I can do all right at karaoke, singing someone else's song the way they sang it. And kind of like you do, Poe's good at singing stuff and altering his voice. And I used to get comments up in Colorado on karaoke night because I'd sing different people's songs, and they're like, you sound like them no matter who you're singing. You know, I would do a Roy Orbison song, and then the next time up, I do that Candlebox song, Far Behind.
Love that song.
And then I would do, a lot of times I would do Pink Floyd, Comfortably Numb. And they're like, none of those you sound like you. You sound like the person.
Yeah.
That's my goal. Drawing stuff, I can draw. If I'm looking at something, I can make a pretty good copy of it. And I was kind of the same way with music. When I played in the band, I'm not a good jam artist. So if you get a drummer and a guitar player and I got my bass and they're like, let's jam, I have to figure out where they're going. I can't just play off the cuff. But if you show me a song and this is how the structure of the song goes and this is what I need you to play, in 5 minutes I can play the song. It's like, okay, just show me how it goes and I'll play it. But I'm not good at coming up with my own stuff. So it takes me a while. But I'm a pretty much good copy artist at all kinds of stuff. I can learn a lot of stuff on the piano and all that stuff, but I'm not writing it. But it's an interesting thing for me. I can't just freestyle and do whatever. I forget what the point was to that. This stupid fly.
I have a mosquito in here now.
Well, I try to use little AI with what I'm good at, but Frank Sinatra's corpse ain't going to make a dumb countdown song. And I sure can't croon. Let's see. My lad went download while we were away. I'm not sure what I'm reading. Mike's Gaming Gala, yeah, there's good AI and there's bad AI. Good. IA, is that what I said? There's good AI and there's bad AI. I like when you can tell that effort was put in it to get it right. Man, this fly is killing me. Maiden, we're on the second tonight. Not sure. Wait, the outro is AI? I thought that was real footage of a pterodactyl attacking Mike the Gaming Road Warrior when you guys played mini golf. Well, that scene, yeah. But the rest of it was made up. Man, I got to give Poe credit for that outro. I had no idea. Poe, that is all Poe. He had the song, and he spent the time to have AI make all those 6-second clips and put it together. And I think it came out great. Sorry about my eyeball, but it's on fire right now. I must have had something on my hand. I rubbed my eye, and now it's on fire. I'm more into using AI to help do things, not do things completely. Yeah, most of my thumbnails for the truck sim and stuff like that, if I even bother making one anymore, I'll take the screenshot during the truck drive, and then I'll just tell AI, hey, this is the text I want, do this and put this here. And if I don't like the text or the layout, or make that smaller now, or turn this into like a road sign instead of just the text. But it's a lot easier than me trying to do it. Ozzy and Lemmy were far from models, but they could sing. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Lemmy especially. I don't know if guys like that would even get a chance. It wasn't enough to just have stage presence and be able to sing. Nowadays, you have to look good dancing or whatever. The only time I sing is when I'm about to finish with Phil's mom. Death metal, am I right, Crypto? Megan was at a mom and pop store yesterday and saw some Lemmy stuff.
Oh, nice.
Oops. No, I don't think Motorhead or Ozzy is death metal, nor Black Sabbath. Oh, my eye is on fire. Avenged sevenfold for the win. Yeah, the outro, I'm guessing, came out awesome. Learn how difficult it can actually be. Sometimes the AI just gets so frustrating, I just have to walk away, because you'll try to do something simple. And
And
I
it
think
gets worse as you go.
yeah, I was trying to do one of them. I think for our show, a thumbnail, and I said use the two characters and have us do whatever. And then I was like trying to make my character something change with it, and it did change it. It changed it into Poe, so there were two Poes. And then I'm like, no, put the other guy back in, just have him over. Then it added a third Poe, and I'm like, what happened to the first character? So it left two Poes and one me. And yeah, eventually at one point it had my head on your body, and I'm like, just walk away, just stop, because
There's a whole 6 seconds of lost footage from that end clip. I don't think I even have it anymore. I had to make room, memory style. But when I told it to have Bart and I on bicycles riding across the moon, and one of us having the little alien in the basket like E.T., they put Bart and me on the same bicycle. I'm riding the bicycle, Bart is behind me, and then he puts his head on my shoulder. I'm like, that must never be seen by anybody. So on different bikes.
Yeah. Sometimes it's amazing. Some of the easiest stuff just ruins. I think the image I used for the truck stem T-shirts and hats, where it still isn't exactly what I wanted, but it came out okay because you can see my character better. But he was supposed to just be hanging out of the truck window, not between the truck and the cab, the trailer and the cab. But it made it so you could see the character better, so I left it. But I would just do a little tweak of, just change the angle a little bit. I wanted the truck to be at this specific angle, and it changed it to a completely different truck. Yeah, that one right there.
Two Offgrid hats at once.
There you go. You can wear one backwards like Sherlock Holmes. There you go. That's the style.
I look like a fat Kid Rock right now. I could do something about that.
Hanging out with three Poes. But yeah, it completely changed the whole truck. And I'm like, no, I just wanted you to move the trailer at a 45-degree angle so the truck is facing the camera and because I wanted the logo to be seen on the trailer, and yeah. You have no idea how difficult it was to get AI to make a person that actually looked like old Poe. Yeah.
I thought that video turned out great now, maybe. I'm a little, not fair to ask me, but the snack and old Poe video was just great. Especially when he pulls out the condoms. And originally, the one that Mike sent me, I think the girl was kind of nice in it. But the finished product, old Poe pulls out the condoms and she's just kind of like, ew, and that was perfect right there.
Crypto says it's annoying when AI can't figure out your voice commands and photos when you almost have it how you want it. You ask for one more rendering and it's completely screwed up.
If I'm doing just an image and I'm very close to what I want, I'll save that image just in case they totally frick it up after that.
I've done that where I'll save that second to last image and give the AI a couple times to fix it, but then I'll take that saved image and bring it to another AI.
Yes.
And sometimes that works brilliantly.
I'll go from Chat GPT over to Grok to make my videos, and but I always do my images anymore with Chat GPT. They end up better than Grok for whatever reason for me. So.
And I learned with I use Gemini for a lot of stuff for my thumbnails because like I said, I'll just take a truck stem picture in game and then I'll say just put on there that this is whatever from Des Moines to Sioux City and whatever, put a ATS logo on there. So there's not a lot to it, but I would keep going in the same chat. And eventually I would do a totally different video. Maybe it's a pinball video. And I'd be like, okay, make a medieval madness pinball table with this character standing over there. And then in the text, it would put from Des Moines to Sioux City. And I'm like, that was 3 videos ago.
Yeah.
What are you doing? So you got it like
Yeah, you got to exit, clear out, or it'll do that. That was what happened to me. You asked if I was making a thumbnail for tonight. So I thought I'm going to do a couple different things here, and I'll send them to Bart. He can pick which one he wants. I said, okay, well, summer blockbusters, especially 84. I remember going to see a bunch of movies with my buddies in 84. I'm like, that's what I want. What was popular this time of year, July 84? And it was, you had Ghostbusters, Gremlins, and The Karate Kid were the top 3 movies at the time. So I said, okay, we'll do Ghostbusters first. We did that. Then I said, now Gremlins. Well, yeah, they put us with Gremlins around us, but we're wearing Ghostbuster uniforms. I'm like, that's not what I wanted in there. I'm like, you know what? Add Karate Kid guys, characters to it. So we had the whole mashup, and that was the one we said, yeah, let's just do that.
Yeah, I think that was brilliant. It ended up great. Just have them all referenced there. Oh yeah, see, Megan would say, sorry, Megan, we weren't copying you. I just didn't read it yet. When that happens to me, I download the best version and upload to a new chat and retype what I wanted.
Yes.
See what they can do with it. Michael's back playing Turbo still. He is addicted.
Nice.
For the
Turbo time.
For the night video, I kept telling it to make me running away from the dragon, but without fail, it would make me run towards it. I should do a members only of the extra clips. Yes, you should.
Yeah, some of the stuff I have, I wish I had to clear out my phone. I needed room really bad. So I got rid of a lot of stuff that I had been saving on there. So that sucks because I did have some outtakes.
Canadian English can be difficult to understand. Probably difficult when you say stuff like a boot face. Don't get Mike started on a boot. Canadians speak English. You Yanks don't. Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. Oh, man. What were we watching earlier, Kelly? We were watching, and I had a little cringe on Mike's behalf because the girl that we were watching, I don't even know what she was talking about, what the video was about, but she said on accident. So I instantly thought of Mike. And Kelly did it on purpose in our video. I don't know if you caught that. She said on accident in the video.
I think I heard her say it twice in there, actually. I think she said it earlier, kind of quiet.
Yeah, that was for Mike. She giggled about it because she knew that was specifically for Mike. And then he commented about it, so, how much she disappointed him.
Yeah, there are times like, spoiler, sometimes my videos can run a little long. I know Mike will, he'll watch the whole thing like you said about yours while he's doing other things. So there's times where I know I'm probably just speaking to Mike here, so I'll just throw in something only he'll think is funny, and he catches it every time. So
yeah, it's funny, and Mike is good about that, and he's good about leaving time-stamped comments, which is very helpful because I can go back and watch what he's commenting about and see exactly.
Yeah, because I'll forget what I said right after I record a video. So
yeah, and you can tell that in my videos for all the times I say, yeah, I'm going to edit that out, and I didn't, or I'll put a link to that, or I'll put it up on the screen, and then I never do.
Yeah, I did that whole Dreamcast how to mod thing, and I was going to do the whole computer part of it. Should have been a part of it, right? This is where you need to go to get your files and this and that. But I found this dude that actually helps them update this program, and he had the best video of all of them that I found, and he had links to all the stuff, his own personal files. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to tell everybody, go to my description, go to his video, and watch this. And then I didn't put it in the description, so I had to put the comment in later and pin it on there, in case anybody's watching and needs to know where to go. Yeah, I forget sometimes.
Yeah, I've done that where I'll say it in the video, and then almost all of my videos, well, pretty much all of them, I watch them. As soon as they go live, I'll watch it, make sure there was no problem with the upload and all that. And especially the truck stims and all that, because Kelly likes to watch them. So we'll watch them together. And there are a lot of times we'll be doing stuff, and all of a sudden I'll jump on and log on the computer, and she's kind of looking over. And it's like, yeah, I just said I was going to do this, and I didn't. So let me put it in the comments or put it wherever.
Yeah, there's sometimes where you shoot a whole video, do an intro and outro and everything like that, and you accidentally say Gene Hackman instead of Wilder, and everybody's jumping all over your ass because I didn't proof watch the video.
Right. And
I love both teams.
Yeah, it all could have been fixed, Poe, by just pinning your own comment saying, did any of you catch that where I said that on purpose?
Yeah, what was the Easter egg in that video? You win.
Yeah. But I do that all the time. Now what I won't do is go back and re-edit the video so I can put the text on the screen. I'm like you, I'll just put a comment or add it to the description because I'm not going to go through all that. Because I'm an idiot. I don't save a lot of those videos. I don't save them when I do the editing. I'll do all the editing and fade ins, fade outs, and all that stuff. I don't do a whole lot of stuff, but adjust the volumes. And then I compile it. And then when I close it, it says, do you want to save your project? And I'm like, no, it's fine. And then I find out I screwed something up really bad. I have to start over and do the whole thing again. The only time I save my edits is if I'm doing something that has a lot of cuts and a lot of splices, and I don't want to have to do everything again. But if it's just a truck sim video where I'm basically fade in, fade out, and set the two volumes, I'm not going to save that edit because it didn't take me very long.
I had one the other day. It started as soon as I hit record, it started pouring down rain, and I had the door open there and everything. So I went back in and I used that filter, noise reduction. It did a great job of getting rid of the rain, but at the same time, certain things that I said in certain tones disappeared. So I would be like, hey, how's it going? Did you tab? And I'm like, okay, I got to turn that filter back off. They're just going to have to listen to the rain. I don't have time to re-record that.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I noticed in my latest bus videos, I've been doing that thing where I act like I'm talking to the people and the passengers, and I put the microphone or put it on the PA, and I altered the sound of that so it sounds like it's coming through a PA speaker. Well, I noticed when I come back to my normal microphone then, and I'm just talking to the viewers, not the passengers in my fake bus, there's a hiss. You can hear a hiss sound, and it's very obvious when you come. It gets out of it when the filters are on, and then when you come back, you can hear it. So I said, I went and put a filter in that's just supposed to remove hiss, and it modified it so much it almost sounds like my intercom voice. So I'm like, now it's taken that out of it, so I'm not doing that. But yeah, so Mike made a comment in one of my later videos about that I kind of role play the whole bus driving thing and talk to the passengers and we're arriving at our stop and all that stuff, and then he gave me a hard time because I didn't actually sit here for 30 minutes when I said that it was a 30-minute stop at this bus stop for you passengers to eat lunch, and he's like, what, you're not going to sit there for 30 minutes? What the fuck? Legendary. Yes, the Genes.
Yes, both Genes, great actors. Oh, The Unforgiven. Oh, Gene Hackman in that. Superb.
You got to be careful talking about good genes. You get Sydney Sweeney, and you'll be in trouble.
Yeah, Mike, coming up, another spoiler alert. Mousetrap will be coming out Tuesday at noon. Don't know if I mentioned that 500 times already. But got to a certain point in the gameplay video, I'm like, I don't know if anybody's watching here. You hit the bone button and turn into the dog. I say something like, now it's time to eat the pussy, and then I go to eat the cat. I'm like, Mike will catch that. Well, now you will for sure, because I told you. But
Right. Yeah, there's been several of my, especially on Busbound, because I know Mike was watching all of them and commenting throughout. So there's a lot of times while I'm driving, I was almost just, I'm talking to Mike at this point. He's the only one that's watching it. Some of those videos, especially the first week they're out, I'd have like 4 views on it, and 2 of them were me. One of them was Mike. And it's like, And he's the only one, when the average view time is 3 minutes on a 30-minute video. And I know I watched the whole thing and Mike watched the whole thing. It means the other people just watched the first 10 seconds and turned it back off. So I'm just talking to Mike.
I was looking back at my latest video the other night, and I had gotten a new subscriber the one day before I put that video out. The day I put that video out, I got another new subscriber. I'm like, holy crap, 2 in a row. Well, that person must have realized they accidentally hit the sub button, because the day after that sub was gone again. Like they woke up in the morning and said, what'd I do? It's like waking up with Bliss's mom in the morning.
Right. Yeah. I'll tell you, I was, pleasantly surprised. A couple of the, I'm very grateful to all the people who signed up to be a member of my channel. Now that I just got that going last week or whatever, and I jumped up to 10 members.
Yeah, that's nice.
And I was pleasantly surprised. I appreciate you guys that are my friends, and also, and we joke about it that we're trading dollars at some point, because some of the guys I'm members of, became members of me and all that. But a couple of guys, Herb War became a member. Herb War's Jeff from Go Game Go became a member of my channel.
Both Herb and Jeff are great dudes.
Yeah. Hey, Tofu's here. Hello, chat, and hello, chat's moms, he says.
Tofu's from down under.
Yeah. That would be the AU part of Tofu -AU, I'm guessing. But yeah, so I was
Australian for mom. Sorry.
That's right. But I don't know. I keep getting those ads from YouTube now. They said, if you mention your memberships, they'll grow much faster if you mention it. So now I mentioned it. So I expect.
Well, I wasn't part of my retro life. And me and the Gaming Road Warrior talk about him. Love his channel. His dad was a huge gamer, and his dad bought him everything. He imported crap back in the day that you couldn't get here, games before they came out. His dad recorded absolutely everything. So when he wanted to go full time, I paid the executive producer tier on there. And I got to tell you something. There was only a few of us that were executive producers, and when they put it up there first, real big, your name, you're like, yeah, get you like, I'm on their screen. But then eventually you have other bills to pay, so you might have to go down a tier or two.
Right. Yeah. I only went with the one tier because I don't know if I have enough content to warrant $1 a month.
And that's what I worry about when I get to that point. I don't know. Number one, I've known people that went to be monetized and then they got their whole channel totally canceled once YouTube took a look at it. And also, as far as me being able to have time, or like we talked about, what do you come up with? What can you do for the guys? I don't know. Could do a members only video, but I'm still only getting one video out a week half the time aside from this stream. So if I get to that point, I don't know that I'm gonna go ahead and go the monetized route. I don't know if it would really be worth it for me to go there.
Yeah. I figure as long as it took me to get the view hours to get to members, it could be years before I get to monetization. I need another 1,000 hours now all of a sudden. Tofu says, yes, Offgrid AU is for Australia. Also, mom is just an American thing. It's mum and Oz. Yeah, mum's the word. But I don't know. I was on the fence about even doing the members thing, and but it's I don't know. I thought it'd be something interesting to do. And
I think it's awesome, and I really love having those little emojis, like you and the MGG and the Gaming Road Warrior do, and Bliss. I think that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I just did basic ones for now when I was setting it up, and I was trying to think of some other things to do for little emojis to make it. I was going to play off of Mike's 4 out of 10 and put 2 out of 10 for mine, because that's where my gameplay usually sits.
I wouldn't be able to think of anything except for old Poe. That's the only other thing. But who wouldn't want to smash the old Poe the whole time during?
That's right. Let's see. Crispy says, I'm playing Stampede for the first time. Are you posting that score? One and done. harder than you'd think. Bong, that's what your mom said.
Yeah, you just you want to get the horse up there, and you're just too late sometimes. You know, they got too many things going at once. Definitely some strategies.
Mike says emojis are easy. Really, at our level, it's just giving people who want to support you an avenue to do so. Exactly. Yeah. But I still would like to give some people something. So I don't know if I'm going to do the member minute or whatever you want to call it every single week. Well, what my last one turned into is I just played Donkey Kong. I talked for a few minutes and then I played Donkey Kong poorly in the beginning.
Yeah, I don't think I could ever do a channel update because I have nothing new to tell you. What's my next video? I don't know until I sit down to do it. So there you go. What's going on with the channel? Well, you're seeing it right here. I tell you it all right here on Hanging Out what I plan on doing next if I have something coming up. So.
Dang, this freaking fly! I'm gonna karate it next time it comes by.
I got a mosquito here bothering the hell out of me. He wants some.
Let's see, Tofu Mike. Hello, Mike's Michelle. Is Mike's mom called Michelle? I've called her a lot of things, but never Michelle. Crispy says, crap, I didn't one and done.
Yeah, that's okay, Crispy. We like you. You're allowed to do 2 and done.
Yeah. Nope, sorry to disappoint. His mom is not Michelle. Crispy says, I'll stop, and like in a week, I'll do a one and done on it. Yeah, don't worry about it. It's okay. Whatever you got to do. And like we said, it's going for a month, so I don't, play all week and then wait till the end of August and play a one and done. It don't matter.
Oh crap! I got a whole bunch of bugs coming in the doors now.
Oh,
I have my doors wide open though.
Yeah. If I were to open the door, it'd be way worse in here, and it would be really hot in here. So, well, we're at 2.5 hours. You got to go to work.
Yeah, I was going to say that in the green room that I was going to stop early tonight. And then whenever we did the first 40-some minutes, I'm like, wow, we're only at 40-some minutes. I'm tired. But then all of a sudden it flew after that. It happens every time. I think maybe you and I should get on here early and we should bullshit for an hour. And then everything will come out like vinyl and everything by then. We'll just hit live right then.
Right.
It'll be spontaneous.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but I think now's a good time to end the show, though. Because we've talked about a lot of stuff. So, Crispy says he played like 8 times, never played before, no one in trouble. Not a single one of you could guess my mom's name unless you're friends with me on Facebook. She has a very unique one. I'm not going to get into what I call her. I'm pretty sure it's not her name, but I don't think I was the first one to call her that.
Is it Josh? Is your mom's name Josh? Is she monthly Josh?
Joker's here. Good night, all he says.
Joker.
Discord. Joker's always here. He's always lurking.
He's always in the Discord too, and I love it.
What was Norman Bates' mom's name? Mike Norman.
His dad's name was Master.
You're right. Okay. So we're going to end it. Best time of the week coming right up. Did we have anything you needed to talk about? Oh, you got a video coming out Tuesday, right?
Tuesday will be Mousetrap by Daryl Gunther. I want to say Gunther because I knew Gunthers when I was growing up from church and school. But Gunther made my favorite Popeye for the 7800. He made Mousetrap now available on Atari Age. He is making Pengo is coming out from Opcode, I believe, and then also now he was on Zero Page Homebrew. He has Naughty Boy coming out for the 7800. So this guy just does awesome work. I mean, he goes above and beyond. I've said it before. He is to the 7800 what Champ Games is to the 2600, in my opinion. If you want the best of the best, those are the places that you go to. The other thing I got to mention here is the 28th, which is Tuesday, I believe, is whenever the orders are going to go live for the M64, Mod Retro M64. So if you didn't get in on the analog 3D, then you're going to want to get in on this possibly. And they've made some improvements to it, overclocking, etc. So I don't think it's quite at the level of the analog yet. But if you got in on the mailing list, I think it's $199 for the thing. If you didn't, I think it's still $40 cheaper than the analog version. So that's going to be on Tuesday. Don't forget.
Nice. Excellent. Excellent. All right. Yeah. And spoiler, baby, I don't know. I'm thinking, since you mentioned Popeye, I think in my next members only video thing that I'm doing this week, I think I'm going to play some Popeye while I chit chat a little bit.
That's great. I know somebody that loves Popeye as much as I do is the retro gamer 1977s, Michael.
Yeah. So that's going to be my members only this week. And I think I'm going to put a poll up for my members about would you rather see, because I don't do much arcade stuff anymore. And those things I've been doing on the arcade. Would you rather see arcade games or console games when I do the members only little stuff? And probably the stuff I do with Kelly, those are going to be member exclusive for at least the first couple days before they go to the public. So it's kind of a sneak peek. The 2-player Tuesday-ish kind of stuff will be members only for the first few days. So that's what I got going on. So
Excellent.
all right. Best time of the week coming up. We're going to play that outro that we all love so much.
Oh, yeah.
So thanks for watching, everyone. And we'll see you next week. And we'll see you during the week in all the chats. So
Definitely.
we're out of here. Later.
Good boy.
Maybe I clicked on it. It just didn't go. Let's try again.
Thanks for stopping by, guys. We hope to see you next week.
Hanging out with Poe and Offgrid. Yeah, the retro game stories. You know what they did. From Atari to Zaxxon, every secret unwound. Best closing credits theme. The baddest around. Flippers are flapping. The high scores in sight. Talking on consoles, day in and day out. Through the night, every button pressed, every cartridge blown clean. Reliving the glory on a glowing screen. Hanging out with Poe and Offgrid. Yeah, the retro game stories. You know what they did. From Atari to Zaxxon, every secret unwound. Best closing credits theme. The baddest around. No cheat codes needed, just passion and fun. For every true gamer till the podcast is done.